India's governing BJP is defeated by Congress in a vital state election. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's party has now lost the only area it controlled in southern India. So what swayed the voters? And could there be implications for next year's national elections? This is Inside Story. Hello there and welcome to the programme. I'm Nick Clark. A big setback for Prime Minister Narendra Modi's BJP in India, or just a blip? That's what both his party and the victorious Congress are trying to figure out after an election in the southern state of Karnataka. It was seen beforehand as a crucial poll ahead of national elections next year. So what does this mean for the BJP and its opponents? We'll be discussing all this in just a few minutes with our guests. But first, this report from Kulsum Sharif on the reaction in India.
Celebrations in the capital of the state of Karnataka. These mark a major victory by India's main opposition party, one not seen in decades. The Congress secured 135 seats in the 224-member legislature. It's a major blow to the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party, voted out from the only southern state it's governed. Congress politician Rahul Gandhi says the BJP's politics of hate have been defeated.
The markets of hate have been shut down in Karnataka. The shops of love have opened. This is everyone's victory, but first of all, this is a win of the people of the state.
The state election is the first big electoral face-off between Prime Minister Narendra Modi's BJP and Congress, since its leading figure Rahul Gandhi was convicted of defamation in March and lost his parliament seat. Supporters of Congress say the results will shape elections for seats in India's lower house of parliament, the Lok Sabha.
It is a stepping stone for the coming Lok Sabha election.
Any message to Prime Minister Modi, to PM or
Modi thinks that by seeing his face, voters will vote BJP party. That is proved wrong.
The outgoing chief minister acknowledged his loss, but said his party would recover in next year's national elections.
We accept the decision of the people and we honour it. I take responsibility for the defeat. There are multiple factors for the debacle. We take the result in our stride. We will reorganise our party and come back during Lok Sabha elections.
The defeat comes despite BJP's star campaigner, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, having held roadshows in the state. The Congress accused the BJP of corruption and communal polarization. Last year, protests were held over a ban on headscarves in some schools and colleges in the state.
The Congress government is a national party with a lot of expectations. We have made them win, and we expect them to take India and Karnataka forward, and I hope the Congress rule comes.
The Congress party's fortunes had shrunk to a historic low since its lost power to the BJP in 2014. This win in Karnataka is a big boost to its prospect ahead of national elections due next year. Kulsum Sharif for Inside Story.
Well, for more on this, I'm joined by our guests. In New Delhi is Pawan Khera, who's chairman of media for the Indian National Congress Party. In Bengaluru is Mohan Krishna, spokesperson for the governing BJP party. And also in New Delhi is Javed M. Ansari, a veteran journalist and Indian political affairs commentator. A warm welcome, gentlemen, to you all. Mohan Krishna, if I could start with you. The BJP threw everything at this vote, didn't they? The Prime Minister himself, as we just saw, came to this state, taking part in numerous rallies and to try and win over voters. But it failed spectacularly, didn't it? The BJP were walloped. It's a bit of an embarrassment, isn't it?
Very good evening, Nick. See, results we have accepted on our part. Defeat is a defeat, we accepted. But ours is a party of ideology, and we have to strengthen ourselves. But this election, if you look carefully, before blaming, the opposition is harping on Mr. Narendra Modi, Honorable Prime Minister. Before that, they have to look their faces in their आईने में देखना पड़ेगा उन लोगों. I mean to say they have to see in the mirror and then talk. First of all, I would like to say,
just jump in there for a second. It's a second state election that the BJP has lost to Congress in the last 6 months. Do you fear that things are beginning to go the wrong way for the BJP?
Maybe the second state, but I would like to let me complete my statement and then I request you to ask your questions. First of all, I would like to tell you, we have been defeated, but our poll strength and our percentage of vote share is remaining same at 36.1%. Congress has got 42.9% because JDS has lost 5.1% vote share that has directly been shifted to Congress. That means consolidation of Muslim votes, and they have fought on this. That's one point. Second point, I would like to ask a question to Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Is he planning to bankrupt India? India is becoming we are in fifth position in economy today in world. And he's making India to bankrupt again, make people to show to the world that we are poor again. Let me tell Mr. Rahul Gandhi on his face and people who are announcing freebies to the people.
We're stepping away from the question at hand. You've made your point. Let's take it on to Pawan Khera, who's chairman of media for the Indian National Congress Party, who won the election. So what do you say to what Mohan Krishna has been saying? And he's right, isn't he, in the sense that the BJP really didn't lose so much of the vote. You just gained from elsewhere.
My question, thank you, Nick, for asking me the question. My question to my counterpart would be, why didn't they get that vote from the JDS? Why did the voter choose Congress over BJP? They should do some introspection and they should ask themselves very honestly, listen to what their conscience says. The narrative of this country has to be inclusive, has to be not divisive, has to be pro-people, has to be people-centric. Now, enough of hate-filled campaigns. I'm afraid the Prime Minister personally visited Karnataka. In every speech of his, he tried to create conflicts. He tried to instigate one community against other. That's not the way elections should be fought. That's not the way politics should be done. And I think the voter of Karnataka has given this message loud and clear. I hope the Prime Minister and his followers and his supporters are listening to the message.
Mohan, I'll come back to you for that. The party, it's true to say, isn't it, puts Prime Minister Modi at the forefront of its campaign, took part in 19 rallies and roadshows. In total, the BJP held 9,000 rallies and still lost.
Nick, I would like to ask a question to Mr. Pawan Khera. Ours is an ideology with Sabka Saath, Sabka Vishwas and Sabka Vishwas. And what is the inclusiveness? What is the inclusiveness? Showing secular face and appeasing to the one community, one religion is the secularism. Mr. Pawan Khera has to. They have been defeated. Look, I would like to tell one thing on this show to you today. Yes, we have been defeated in Himachal Pradesh as well as in Karnataka. Yes, we accept the defeat. We accept the people verdict. But at the same time, let Congress not harp on their issues. What are they doing? They don't have ideology today. They are going on soft Hindutva. They are going appeasing on Muslims. And what is that he's talking about? Why did they not take the 5.1%? Mr. Pawan Khera, what is that 5.1%? Can you explain? Is it secularism? That is appeasement. You said you have given freebies to the people. Are you able to fulfill that? You have not done that in Himachal Pradesh. You have not done that in Rajasthan. You have not done that in Chhattisgarh. Now you are talking in Karnataka. You have made the people
let's put those points to Pawan. Mohan, we need to jump in there. Pawan Khera, just respond to that briefly because I do need to bring in our third guest. It can't be just a debate between the two of you.
I can understand he's a little emotional. He's a little upset over the defeat, and it happens. So my sympathies with him, and better luck next time. and better campaign next time. Please take up the right issues, better issues. Don't try and divide my country. I will not tolerate this. My party will not tolerate this. You don't understand the definition of secularism. Please don't even utter the word secularism because it doesn't sound good on your, when it comes from you. The Prime Minister, instead of talking about Karnataka, please, don't do that. Don't do that. It's not good. We are on international channel. Don't fight like this. Show a better face of India, please. So my simple submission here is the Prime Minister should have talked about Karnataka. In Karnataka, he was talking about films on Kerala, defaming Kerala. In Karnataka, he was talking about issues which were outright dividing society. People of Karnataka have spoken what they had to. Even now, if they don't want to listen to the advice, well, God be with them. In the next 5 elections that are upcoming in this year, they will get the results. They'll understand that the language of the voter. Then they'll understand that they may change their language. As far as giving welfare to the poor is concerned.
All right, Pawan, I need to bring in Javed. Pawan, there's going to be plenty of time to talk. There won't be if you two keep going on in this way. So let me bring in Javed Ansari. Javed, you're an experienced hand. You've seen many elections, state and national. Where do you think the BJP went wrong? Is it quite simply disaffection with the BJP? How do you assess it?
Well, for one, they ran a pretty lousy government in Karnataka. 2, they focused on divisive issues. 3, too much of reliance on the Prime Minister and the central leadership of the BJP to do the heavy lifting for what was a very weak and effete government, and that failed. Electioneering sometimes does bring out the worst in our politicians, and we've known from experience that the Prime Minister can be less than Prime Ministerial when it comes to elections, and the BJP appears to have paid the price for it.
What do you think the implications are, Javed, for the national elections? They're coming up next year. The bottom line is Modi's still far and away the favourite.
Well, for one, it gives the opposition a ray of hope. It opens a window of opportunity. 2024, the BJP and its sympathizer would have the world believe that 2024 was a done deal. Well, it certainly is not. It's a significant victory for the Congress and the opposition, but they need to cover a greater distance. There are sterner tests that lie ahead. The BJP is a very well organized, and it has a massive organizational machinery at its disposal, as also the government agencies. So putting it past them will be very difficult, but not impossible.
So Pawan, from the Congress Party, let me put that to you. Herein lies a window of opportunity, but sterner tests lie ahead. Can the Congress Party make the most of this moment, or is it just a one-off as far as the state elections are concerned?
Nick, it's not the Congress Party which has to do much. I think the window of opportunity is open for the entire country. And the Congress Party, like any other political party, can facilitate and open the window more, make it into a huge opportunity for the country to change the kind of politics that the country has witnessed over the last 9 years, because that's not the kind of politics which gives you employment, which gets investments from abroad or from even domestic investments. After all, at the end of the day, if I want to invest money anywhere, that geographical area has to have harmony and peace. Now, that's one basic thing that the Prime Minister and his ruling party refuses to understand. Please ensure that there is social cohesion. Please ensure that there is peace and harmony. Believe me, investments will come. Believe me, employment will get generated. Now, if they can't understand this, fine. Let them win 1 or 2 more elections in the states. But believe me, 2024 will be a different story now. They are staring at a huge defeat because people of India now demand employment. They demand peace. They demand investments.
Okay. Let's put that to Mohan Krishna from BJP. 2024 will be a different story.
What should I say, Nick? I should laugh at Pawan Khera's statements. A ray of hope when they won the Punjab in 2018, 19, 17, I believe, 17. What happened in 2019, Mr. Pawan Khera? You have won in Rajasthan in 24, so in 18. What happened to that, Mr. Pawan Khera? Mr. Pawan Khera, you have fooled the people of India right from the time of independence. People have understood you properly. Now you are talking of different politics. Freebies is a politics you are doing. Freebies is a politics you are doing. You are saying cohesiveness. What's wrong? You tell me, under the regime of UPA and Congress regime, there were many communal riots. Under BJP, there is no communal riots. We have controlled Naxalites also. We have made open Article 370. We have evoked, and today you see Jammu and Kashmir, people are thronging in there. Tourists are thronging in there. Nick, you have to come and see Jammu and Kashmir today. Peaceful it is. Yes, we have done the good thing. Our aim, our agenda is development. Our aim to make India number 3 in economy. We want to go to $5 trillion.
Okay. Let's put those points over to Pawan. Let's put those points over to Pawan Khera.
In America today?
Pawan Khera, what do you say? What's your response to that?
I mean, hats off to my friend. He can lie with a straight face. I'm impressed. But I think that's a quality which the BJP has. Jammu and Kashmir, all that was promised during demonetization, during removing 370, I'm sorry, nothing. They can't even hold an election in Jammu and Kashmir. That's the situation there. Look at the civilians being targeted. Look at the Kashmiri Pandits being targeted. I mean, there were areas where Kashmiri Pandits decided not to leave, even in the peak of militancy. Now, this Diwali, last Diwali, they had to leave Shopian. This is an area in Jammu and Kashmir which Kashmiri Pandits were very proud to be living there. I'm sorry, they had to leave. This is the kind of, and the outgoing governor of Jammu and Kashmir, Mr. Satyapal Malik, has exposed the Prime Minister, who incidentally belongs to the same party. Mr. Satyapal Malik is from the BJP. He has put some very embarrassing questions, and no one from the Prime Minister's party has had the decency or the courage to respond to those questions. So please don't talk about Jammu and Kashmir.
We're in danger. We're in danger of getting lost in the weeds here. Pawan, let me bring in Javed Ansari. So Javed, do you hold with this view that Pawan was putting forward, that 2024 will be a very different scenario? Because really, realistically, it can only happen if the Congress party holds hands with other regional parties to create a genuinely united opposition.
Well, certainly, there is no political party in the country, in the opposition, that can single-handedly, on its own, take on the BJP at the national level. Amongst the opposition, the Congress is the largest party. It is a national party. It has the biggest footprint in the country. And therefore, the rest of if the opposition has to succeed, the Congress and all of them will have to come together and have a large seat-sharing arrangement. If that happens, it's game on for 2024. Because don't forget, it will be 10 years of anti-incumbency, plus several other issues. The picture is not as rosy on the economic front as the BJP and its supporters would have the world believe. There is a lot of social turmoil in this country. There, people feel suffocated, and therefore a lot of this is being manifested in the states wherever there is an alternative. One viable alternative presents itself in 2024. There is every chance that those opposed to the BJP will then plumb for it.
Mohan, I'm going to come to you in just a second, but I just want to put another one to Javed just while the going is good. As far as this particular election is concerned in Karnataka, the loss will hit the BJP in terms of the perception of it being a largely northern party and out of touch with the political and cultural sensibilities of the South. Do you adhere to that view, Javed?
Well, Karnataka was the only state in South India where the BJP have the government. Now they've been dethroned, they've been defeated. So in a way, BJP's footprint now has shrunk to North India. South India accounts for 131 parliamentary seats. There, the BJP is an absolute minor player. It's dependent on allies to try and get into. The BJP would be very lucky if it gets into double figures. I'm not so sure if that's going to happen in South India. The BJP has lost a very important ally in Bihar. Out of 40 parliamentary seats, they had 139 last time. This time they do not have an ally, barring one minor party, the Apna Dal. So the BJP things are not as rosy as they were in 2019 and 2014. And for the BJP to come back to power is not going to be an easy task.
Mohan, it's true to say, isn't it, the BJP likes to think of itself as a national party with a national footprint. But this election has just revealed that is not the case anymore. It is a northern party.
Nick, with due respect to Mr. Javed Ansari and Mr. Pawan Khera, I am not sitting here to lie on international channel. First thing. Second thing, BJP has not lost its vote share in Karnataka. Why are they harping on this? We have lost the election, the government. There is a history in Karnataka that every 5 years it is the opposition which comes to power. Only once or twice in the last 75 years, the incumbent government has come to power. Yes, it is not a big thing. Second thing, what is Mr. Javed Ansari saying? Double figures. We will prove it, Mr. Javed Ansari, and we have proved it back in 2019 also. In 18, we lost election, an unholy alliance between JDS and Congress. They were in power, and they were in alliance for the Lok Sabha election also. What happened, Mr. Javed Ansari? You know the things very well.
Let's put those points to Mr. Javed. Javed Ansari, so please respond to what's being said.
We have lost this election, that's all.
You know, there is no point in wishing away a problem. The BJP has not just lost an election, they've lost big time. From 110, they are now down to 60 odd seats, which is, they've lost 50 seats on the last count. And this affects 22 Lok Sabha seats. There are 28 Lok Sabha seats in Karnataka. Based on the outcome of this result, the BJP will end up losing 22 if these results hold. If this popular mood holds for the next 6 months, the BJP could end up losing 22 out of the 28 seats that are Lok Sabha seats from parliament seats from Karnataka. Have a look at the neighboring state of Kerala. Have a look at Tamil Nadu. Have a look at Andhra Pradesh and Telangana and Lakshadweep. Where is the BJP going to get those seats? Karnataka was your best bet. Unfortunately for you, you failed there.
Okay, listen, we're running out of time, so I just want to move it on to Pawan now. The Congress leader, Rahul Gandhi, he lost his seat in Parliament because of this. He was convicted of defamation, as you know. How important is that fact in this whole picture? And how important is it that he comes back and takes a seat back and can stand in the national elections?
I think in the House, they did not allow Rahul Gandhi to speak. They literally pushed him out of the House. On the roads, Rahul Gandhi has become a more dangerous man to deal with for Mr. Narendra Modi and his party. They all started from the state of Karnataka. It's a speech which he had made a few years ago in Karnataka in 2019, because of which his seat was taken away from him. The defamation case was put on him. Karnataka has given the first response to Mr. Narendra Modi. The entire country is waiting to give another very loud response to Mr. Narendra Modi. Let him do what he wants to with Rahul Gandhi. Rahul Gandhi knows what issues to take up, how to take them up. And the people of India, after the Bharat Jodo Yatra, have understood the kind of narrative Congress stands for and Rahul Gandhi stands for.
Okay, listen, we've got about 3 minutes left, Mohan. I want to have one question to you and one to Javed at the end, so don't go on for too long, please, Mohan. It's when BJP's outgoing Chief Minister of Karnataka left, he said, "We will analyse and correct our mistakes and come back during the parliamentary elections." Precisely what mistakes was he referring to? What mistakes have been made by the BJP in Karnataka?
Mr. Javed Ansari has to look into the history and then talk. In 2018,
That's not answering my
also
question. That's not answering my question. Can you answer my question?
Yes, I'm answering to that. I'm answering to your question. We have lost in 2018, unholy alliance of Congress and JDS came. We had 36.1% of vote share in state election. In parliamentary election, we had 48%. 48%. Can you believe? So you have to consider that 48% as the benchmark for parliamentary elections. So on that contrary, we are going to win maximum seats. Why is he so doubtful? And coming back to Pawan Khera, nobody has pulled Rahul Gandhi to talk like that. He talked the nonsenses and he's facing it. Let Pawan Khera and his party not lie in other countries and on international channels and make India shameful. Let them give at least due respect to the courts and the due law and order of the country.
Okay, we're going to stop. I'm going to stop you there. I'm going to stop you there because I just need to leave the last word to Javed Ansari. So Javed, just respond to that if you would, and then we need to wrap up the show.
Well, all I can say is I'll go by what I said earlier, that it's 2020. This result opens up 2024. It is by no means a done deal, either for the BJP or for the opposition, because the opposition has to cover a much greater distance than it has already traveled so far. As far as the BJP is concerned, they won't go away and certainly won't go down without a fight, but they said they do have a fight on their hands this time.
All right, gentlemen. Well, it's a subject of much debate. I do appreciate your time in joining us here on Al Jazeera. Thanks very much to our guests, Pawan Khera, Mohan Krishna and Javed M. Ansari. Thanks you so much. And thank you too for watching. You can see the programme again at any time by visiting our website, aljazeera.com. And for further discussion, just go to our Facebook page. That's facebook.com/AJ Inside Story. You can also, of course, join the conversation on Twitter. Our handle is @AJ Inside Story. From me, Nick Clark, and the whole team here, it's goodbye for now.